amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Remember, they will always change the narrative. The government will always try as much as possible to use the conventional media to change the narrative, but that I will not allow. In this platform, we'll set the record straight and we'll say it the way it is. Not preaching hate speech, not by talking down to anybody, but setting the record straight and bringing the information to the front burner and letting the world know the exact situation of things. Each time you watch my video, you can equally go to the comment section, put down your comment, say it the way you feel it. It's so welcome. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can be able to learn from one another. That is why I'm here. And now, I'm going to share with you a very important video. I hope after watching the video from the beginning to the end, you're going to enjoy the video and you continue to stick around and be able to enjoy the rest videos that are going to be coming your way from time to time. Thank you so much for coming. Today, the video I'm going to share with you is a very important video.
Is happening at the moment with even the local government administration. If this corruption allegation keeps coming up on the local government administration, that means there's a problem.
Thank you very much, Ijoma. You see, I want to tell you that from our center, we are passionate about governance at the grassroots. And that has endeared us to every administration that comes on stream, you know, both at the local government level and at the corporate body, which is ALGO. So we look into we follow some of these activities. And now I can tell you that as regards corruption allegations, of course, I think that will always be there. You know, it's left for the security agencies, the anti-corruption agencies, and I'm aware that they are investigating, you know, series of investigations, you know, going on, and you know, but who is making these allegations? What are their intentions? Who are they? Do they have the locus? Can they even say these things with every confidence? You know, is it just a wish hunt allegation? Are they meant to wish hunt or distract the order of that office? And I hear the chief of staff to the ALGO president mention that, you know, there are judgments. We are aware. We have copies of this judgment that he has just read out and presented to you. You know, there is judgment by FCT High Court, fully litigated, all these issues.
But this judgment, sorry, I have to come here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to come in. These court judgments that you're talking about, are they stopping investigation into the matters of corruption in ALGO?
No, clearly.
Okay.
Courts cannot by even judgment stop investigation. You can't stop the other arm of government from doing, or an agency from doing their job. So the judgment is to the effect that is to straighten the structure in ALGO. ALGO is a constituted authority. We must understand that. It's not a body where some hoodlums or some disgruntled people can just come and hijack. That is not going to happen. You know, ALGO has a structure, and I think it started by trying to draw your attention to some of the structures of ALGO. ALGO is fully concerned, it's a registered body, it's just like the governors forum, and they have their rules. There's a constitution that governs ALGO. And this constitution clearly states out who can hold office. You know, the man that he mentioned that came to your studio and made all these wide allegations is a nobody in ALGO. He doesn't have any locus.
When you say he's a nobody in ALGO, is he not an administrator of a local government?
Sorry. Let me continue so that when I make my point, you can understand the entire ramification. I mean ALGO National. And I think he tried to point out to you that for you to come to ALGO National Office, there are procedures. You must have been elected by your state chapter. And you must have been projected to the ALGO National as their representative or representing that state. And that empowers you to now discuss ALGO National issues. You cannot just go and proclaim yourself And I'm also aware that this same person, Honorable Abdullah Majid, that you mentioned, has been denounced by the state government, Niger state government. I have a document here to show you to that. The Niger state government declared that this person, it's a public disclaimer. I will present it to you for you to go through, signed by the special advisor to the executive governor on local government affairs. And if you look at this, you will know that this person should not even, of course, the press, we encourage you to do, just like we are doing at our own center, do investigative journalism. Dig down on persons that come to your studio and find out why.
You know, it is not for you, who is on one side, to tell us to go dig down on those who come to our studio, because you are just a faction. What we do here is balance.
I will take serious exception to that. No, I will not. I will take serious exception.
You know what? You know why I'm saying that?
You are somebody who is talking to Nigerians, and it's important to hear without prejudice to people who understand the true position of things.
Hold on, Mr.
Ijoma, please try and listen to the issues.
Listen,
you understand?
hold on.
Try and listen to the issues.
I remember that I'm still here.
Please, I'm also here, and I'm also still here.
What I'm saying is,
and you will not say things that are not true before my very before.
Hold on.
Good.
If you say that we should have done our investigation, that means you want us to take your side. And we are a media organization. What we do, we listen.
You are not just going to be taking in garbage.
Okay.
AIT is a serious organization.
You cannot say
AIT is a serious organization.
You can't say that because you also.
That's why you need to do your investigation.
You also have to give them platform.
You need to do your investigation.
Thank you, Joma.
Going to our office is not far from here. Finding out what is happening is not far from here.
Listen.
It's easy to create splinter groups and cause problems and give people names and use your platform. And that is wrong.
Are you at this moment saying that there's no room for faction in any association?
That's not the issue.
No, you can't.
The issue is that you need to listen to the facts of the matter before taking a position. You are not listening to the facts of the matter. I am not taking a position. I cannot take your position. I'm not asking you to take my position.
No, because you can't tell me what to do.
I'm asking you to hear the truth as it is.
Then hold on and let me.
Because you are not allowing me to say what I need to say.
You are not the one talking. I was talking to you.
I'm here.
I was with you.
I am here, Ijoma.
Yes, you have to hold on.
So
when I come to you, you can make your point.
We are making our points.
Of course. Now, what I'm saying is this. You don't go and tell us we're supposed to do our investigation. We listen to both sides and let Nigerians take a decision to say this and these are the people that are speaking.
Thank you very much.
I can't take your side.
Thank you very much,
Ijoma.
Let me also clarify to you that we are not taking side. We are a civil society group. And I have just told you that our background is that we're passionate about governance at the grassroots. And that is what we are on the same side, right? So I'm pointing out to you that in addition, I could have been the one handing over those documents he just gave to you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I'm also telling you that in addition, there are documents that you need to be aware of. You need to be seized of.
And you think we are not aware of these documents?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Right?
If you were aware of them,
okay.
Nobody will just walk into this program.
No, then I
because
send,
that's the proper court judgment.
Then we send them away that's because you have a court judgment.
That's the proper court judgment.
Then we don't listen to you. Don't allow them.
You don't understand
give us their own
why
because you have a court
judgment in the first place.
Mr. Ipopo, I take exception to that.
I take exception to what you are saying.
I take exception to what you are saying.
Serious exception to what you are saying.
So let me make the point. And I also want to, like I said, these are documents in our possession that I think that the public should be seized of. Right? There are judgments that have clearly clarified the contending issues, as it were, in Algon, as regards to leadership. That has been laid to rest long ago, right? By court judgment, subsisting court judgment.
I asked you a question. I'll come back to you. Let me come to Mr. Ipopo first. Let me come to Mr. Ipopo. You said this man. I want to first of all ask you a question. There are 774 local government areas in Nigeria. You are aware of that?
Let me tell you something, IJ. Where we are now, and which is why you are wrong, since 1999, the Constitution has not been amended to effect any changes by law as to creation of new local government.
Okay.
And we don't have 774 local governments.
That's what is written in the Constitution.
Bakassi is no longer a local government.
That is what is still written
You're not
there.
listening
and
to
there
me
are still documents.
Do you mind if you listen to me?
There are still documents to back
why are you not listening to me?
Should I keep quiet and allow you to talk?
I asked you a simple question. Is Bakassi still a local? Is Bakassi still a local government in Nigeria?
I have not given my
Is Bakassi still a local government in Nigeria?
Mr. Ipopo, I have not given my
This program is to help understand and gain knowledge.
Then you come and tell them.
And I'm helping you. You're not listening to me. You are cutting. No, you are cutting me off.
I'm not. I have to do my job.
I asked two simple questions. Since 1999, The Constitution has not been amended to effect whatever changes to the new realities that face us as a country. One. Two, IG, even today, Bakassi is no longer a local government in this country.
But you are aware,
telling you.
Mr. Popo, you are aware that there are even contending issues
I am still
with
telling you.
area councils in that Lagos state.
I'm telling you.
You are aware of that.
Now, I hope you have not forgotten there is no only Lagos state. Even the state has joined.
Exactly.
Now,
but there are still contending issues.
Irrespective of that, if you listen to my opening statement to you, I said, read the Constitution and go to 19.2 of our Constitution. And you will see explicitly what it says. That based on the contending local circumstances, they may choose to adopt a model that suits them for the purpose of sending a name. Now, let me also tell you, believe you me, what is happening here is not here in the station. What I mean, what the drama is for gains beyond believing in the local government system. They don't know what's happening in the local government system. They were not part of the constitutional review. They were not part of amendments. They were not part of going around the local government. They were not part of seeing the governors. They were not part of the lobbying process. You know what they want? They are looking for money.
Really?
And just listen. They're looking for money.
But that's an allegation,
And
you know.
I have said, you see, like you said, you're a presenter.
Of course, I'm a journalist.
Now, in starting this program, you made an opening salve, and I'll tell you, Kolade Alabi became president of Algon in 2019. In 2014, a judgment was given on the 5.2. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the copies here. From the records that we have, sorry, I eating too much now. They give us some food, you will not agree to give us some.
Yeah, you is eating too much.
Yeah, eating too much. From the records we have, IG, there was already a judgment and money set aside, not from allocation, for the payment of the tax people, of the tax consultants who had worked for Algon. And because there were a lot of contending court cases, the court ordered that there should be a settlement lawyer, not Algon. But that Algon president and that Secretary General then must open an account where the money will be lodged and then paid to the settlement lawyer. It took only 24 hours. Now they came with a photograph of a bank opening. The president is the only one entitled to open an account in Algon with the Secretary General. And he did that in the case of this 5.2.
No, Mr. Ikpoku.
Sorry now, if you please.
Mr. Ikpoku.
I've not come here before, so just allow me.
You have been talking, Mr. Ikpoku.
And in that case of 5.2, no, you're my friend. So
I shouldn't ask questions.
Yeah, no,
because Mr. Ikpoku is talking.
It's not bad. If you allow me to speak so that you two can understand.
You have been speaking.
You will not get the fact if you keep trying to hunt me down. And you're a lady. You don't expect me to... Haba.
I won't allow you to take that, even if I'm a lady. Even if I'm a lady. That does not mean I cannot do my job. And remember that in our profession, there's no woman.
Well, you are telling me now. Of
course, we are all gentlemen.
Okay.
Yes. Now, the question I want to ask, I want to ask a question linking to what you have just said concerning the court judgment that you got before, even before now, on this issue of 5.2. If there was a court judgment, so why did the EFCC not get a wind of that before going ahead in October to investigate an issue that the court presumed to have been settled?
No, let me ask you a question. The question you
No, you don't ask me a question. You answer to my question.
No, the question you ask
You answer to my question.
Has Kolade Alabi gone to court? The EFCC invited all the parties involved, the Ministry of Finance, himself, and all the parties involved. And he's in his local government. Why are they not allowing the EFCC to do their job? Why are they preempting why do they want to become jury, judge, and executor? If they have written petitions, allow them to do their job. Except they are saying that the EFCC cannot do the job. Simple. Because it's easy to throw any figure about. They did this, they did that. This case of 5.2 preceded Kolade Alabi as president of Algon. And those are the facts.
So it wasn't in his tenure as president of Algon?
2014. In fact, let me also tell you, the money was paid and then withdrawn by the CBN and kept by the Ministry of Finance. And there were so many court cases. And we said, enough is enough. Because the money had already been paid. So it is not about Kolade Alabi at all, IG. It's not. I can tell you that. And the facts are there. And that's why I said, allow me, you will hear the facts.
No, if you want to give your facts, I wasn't talking to you when you interrupted.
You're going back to yesterday.
If you want to give your facts,
we'll move forward.
No, you said that's why I said allow me.
You move forward.
I am a journalist. You don't abuse me on set.
All right, that's not
fair. You don't rub it. You don't rub it on my face.
You cannot say
I am a journalist. That's what I am. Now, Mr. Ikpopo,
I don't do that to people.
I'll still come back to you. Talking about the group now, the Open Justice Initiative. The way you have explained your points now, the person listening to you will see you as someone who is sympathetic to one side.
Thank you. You see, I wouldn't mind if I'm sympathetic to the truth, right? Now, he just mentioned one thing which I want you to hold dearly, that some of these things being bandied around against Honorable Kolade Alabi predates him. He came into office, 2019. These things, happened in 2014, 2015. So how do you So we have all these facts at our beck and call. I can reel them out to you. So I would not feel bad if you say I'm sympathetic to them, because I just told you that what we do, we have, at some point, when all of these allegations broke out, we took interest in it. We followed it. And we saw that some of these things may not be true. We even escalated it to the security, to the anti-corruption agencies. But we now realize that some of these things, for instance, like the judgment is talking about, predates this man. All the settlement, consent, agreement, everything has already been done. Algon is only playing an administrative role in it. They are not playing any major, money is not coming to Algon, it's not coming to any of the officials. As per the judgment already, there are an agreement already reached. And when you talk about the constitution of Algon, let me just read to you, so that you can understand that Algon, people will come and try to pull wool over your eyes, but we will not allow that. And that's part of our job. And I'm passionate about that. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I'm passionate about that. Let me read to you the Algon constitution that he just mentioned. Before it was amended, it was section 19(2), right? Now, based on the amended constitution, is now section 21.
On Algon Constitution.
Algon Constitution that allows for local modifications and adaptation. Let me just read specifically, if you permit me, those wordings of the Algon Constitution. That is not controversial. Now, section 21, subsection 2 states that the provision of this constitution shall equally apply to the state's FCT chapters of Algon, with such modifications and adaptations as the local circumstances may permit, provided that the general intent and circumstances are strictly compliant.
This amendment to this constitution was when?
March. But this particular section was not amended. It has always been the section 19. But I read it to you in the amended copy.
You just told me that it's the amended section.
I just told you that the Algon has an amended constitution.
Okay.
Right? But this provision in the previous constitution was section 19(2). And that was what was taken to court, that my lord ruled on, gave a judgment, valid judgment that has not been set aside, that based on the constitution of Algon, there could be local circumstances that can be adapted, provided that the general intention of the constitution is not overthrown.
Sorry.
And that is what that judgment says. And I think that I can avail you a copy of this constitution and the old constitution, so that you can be clear about some of these things. You are doing a great work.
Donald, you know what? He has said something that probably I didn't understand.
Good.
But I want to ask you a layman question, because for now I'm a layman. Yes, that's what I am, so that Nigerians who don't understand will understand. The 774 local government, has it changed?
You see, he was trying to make some points, which I think was not very clear enough.
It wasn't clear enough.
No.
He was speaking from an angered side.
Yes,
that is it.
I think
go ahead.
So the point is that is what is in the constitution, right? Now he asked a question, pertinent question, that the Bakassi that has now been ceded to the Cameroon,
yes,
is 774 still complete? And I will go further.
But have they amended the Constitution?
Ijoma, wait now. Let me. Now, you mentioned 774 now.
Yes.
And we have, one is now deleted.
Okay.
Right? So we have 773. Now, in that state, Cross River State, that one has been taken off. If Algon is to nominate somebody to the center, what do you think will happen? You understand the point? That is the wisdom of the crafters of the Algon Constitution.
You know what?
So say that there could be circumstances in
Mr. Donald, no matter how beautiful the Algon Constitution will look, it cannot be superior to the Nigerian Constitution.
So I agree with you. We are saying the same thing. It has been tested in court.
So the Nigerian court.
No, you know, the
I am not the one that will go to court. I think it is possible.
Let me land. So just for clarity on what you just mentioned, the Algon Constitution has been read in pari passu with the Nigerian Constitution, and submissions or judgment has been reached, you know, interpreting Algon Constitution by the court vis-a-vis the Nigerian Constitution, right? That says that, you know, that highlighted all the local governments in Nigeria.
Yes.
They were all named one by one,
yes,
including the Bakassi Constitution and local government that has been ceded to Cameroon. They are still there, right? But they have not been amended. So I take it.
Exactly. That's what I expect. That
but no, wait. Let me land.
That's what I expect. That you should push for. That you should push for an amendment.
Wait, Ijoma. So now you look at it that a court factoring in what I've just explained to you, that this is the Constitution of Nigeria. This is what it has said. Now, how come? Because every association, you know, can now decide how they will run their own organization, and that is what they have done by their constitution, saying that there could be local circumstances, you know, that warrants that we do things differently. And they now make sure that every state, every of such situations are accommodated. And that is what the section 21, subsection 21(2) of the amended Constitution of Algon has now taken into cognizance. Of course, I mentioned to you that this section 21(2) is just was lifted from the previous Constitution, you know, from the previous Algon Constitution, you know, section 19(2). It's just, you know, just the numbering.
But you know why I am still holding on to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is supreme.
Overall, yes.
That's chapter 1 of the Constitution says so. Every other law.
Everybody knows that.
Every other law, whether it's Algon Constitution that they are using or not.
Everybody knows that.
Hold on. Every other law. Yes. But what I'm saying is, if this is the position, yes, and you have a constitution that you feel answers to some of the questions that have been asked, yes, on the issues of Algon, because I'm very much aware that the issue of area councils, both Lagos and some other states, is still an issue. It's an issue. They are still opening it. Hold on. I think we need to take a short break now. We need to take. I thank you again for remaining with us. It's been a very heated argument in the studio, and I so love the atmosphere because you know, we need to find out the truths. We have to listen to the both sides and also try to find out what's going on. As long as it has to do with the local government administration, it has to do with the people at the grassroots. If the local government administration is faced with so much allegations of corruption, then there is need for us to ask questions. We still have in the studio here the man that was the former deputy president of Algon, but he said now he is now the chief of staff to the president of Algon. And Mr. Ikpoku, I'm going to ask you a political question. Yes, because you're speaking as if the other people, they don't matter. That's not our business. But can you wave away factions in any group?
I didn't say that.
With all sincerity, can you wave away factions in
and I will appeal, IJ, if you let me. 2 minutes to answer. First of all, we are not waving them. The reason we are also managing the situation and trying to avoid discussions, is because Maje is a stakeholder to the extent that he's a chairman of a local government. None of the other people are stakeholders. But for him, he needs to take the issues up We don't have an issue with taking up corruption issue. Did you hear me say that there's not anything wrong with going to EFCC or ICP? No, we have not said so. We're only saying that the cases they are making, first, are not true. Secondly, they're in court. Thirdly, they're illegitimate and not true. And you cannot continue to peddle falsehood. That's the point we have made. And by the questions you have asked, we have tried to separate them one after the other. For instance, we have talked about the legitimacy of the president, and we said the president was legitimately elected in a General Assembly even for a second term. And it was clear. There was a 5-hour program. Everybody, the speaker was there. All members of NEC were there with three other delegates from across the country. We'll get them across to you. And so that is that. Now, for you to come and you are hip, and we are saying that for the case of the Constitution, the Lagos case has been settled by the Supreme Court. One. Secondly, Madam, the Constitution of the Federal Republic has not been amended at any time to effect the realities and changes that we have today.
But why didn't you push for amendments?
We have done so. And I can tell you it was led by the president. We did all that through last year. We were in every...
What's delaying it?
No, it's the National Assembly.
If that is the point, we still have a constitution. I understand it very well.
They asked us to make our input.
Yes.
Both for RAMFAC.
Yes.
And the president called an elaborate meeting. We got consultants to discuss all of it and make our input. For instance, I tell you very clearly, we asked for 35.5%.
I know of that.
Good. Now, we made that presentation. We also said that the areas of local government, that there are new realities that they need to deal with. We have also asked that a part that says that the houses of assembly should continue to monitor and control the activities of that should be deleted from the Constitution. We have also said that our funds should come to us directly from FAC. Those are the issues. Now, you know that there's a process.
Yes.
We have done our submission.
It's even in the Constitution.
They have even called us.
The process of even dispersing finances to local governments.
Yes, and we are saying they should change it.
Yes, but
so
you know why when you brought the issue of finance, I wanted to ask a question. Now, why should the name of the president of Algon be mentioned with corruption and the money of the local government areas, when in actual fact there is a constitutional law that spells out how local government money should be dispersed? So how come that Alabi's name is not being dragged into the world?
And I will explain for the 18th time.
Yeah.
His role was simple: to apply a court judgment. The people that did the job got the job before he became president in 2014. Even the money was paid and stopped. And because of the multiplicity of the court judgment, the court judgment said that they should pay the money through Algon to a settlement lawyer.
Yes, you said so.
We have a responsibility to obey the law. And in opening an account, and you see the funny part, we have accounts already, but we didn't send it through our normal accounts. There was an account specifically opened for that purpose. And from our records, everything concerning the tax consultants were there. So all he did was to look at the judgment, look at the consultant, receive the money, and give it back to the settlement lawyer. He had no business with the money. You see that? You see, if you understand the way I'm...
Because you know why I asked this question? Yes. There are negative reports, I will say that, but it's not coming from us. There are negative reports that Alabi is working with some persons up there. And the question of this money of Algon should be asked directly by him, who he handed over the money to. The reports are there. Yes, sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. I've seen stories in that nature.
So I will. This is a document. I'm going to hand it over to you. It's addressed to the president, 29 March 2021. Petition against fraudulent attempt. This 418 payment. Read it. It's for you.
Oh, go ahead and tell Nigerians.
No.
You're telling me read it. It's for me. I will keep the document.
To the president,
for Nigerians that are watching.
And we have said that those payments were fraudulent.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you what is really happening. Corruption is fighting back. Before Kolade Alabi became president, Algon had become an award contract institution. And we sat down and we said, no, it cannot continue like that. What we can do is to ensure the safety of the fund. I'm sure you've heard all about Paris Club funds and all of that. That is the foundation of all the problems you are seeing. Because everybody wanted a bite from here and from there. Ned Nwoko did a legitimate job for Algon. But when the monies came, instead of the monies to go directly to the local government, They sat down in Abuja here and awarded all sorts of contracts. That is the foundation of the problem you are seeing today. And it is never ending. And we took a resolution in Asaba in 2019 that we will no longer award contracts as Algon as the national body. And that resolution still stands. And we are the first NEC not to award any contract because we cannot afford that monies that are even little are leaving the FAC to POSIs in Abuja when we have challenges that can be handled by the local governments in the states. And so, truth of the matter, is that corruption is fighting back. If you look at this 418 petition, we are in court.
Okay.
We are in court with the governors forum, while the other people are jumping up and down, looking for handouts to say, we'll write to it. Oh, sorry, let me just show you this very quickly, please. You are being nice, so I'm being nice.
No, I'm not a nice person when it comes to issues like this, because it's a collective money of the people of local governments in Nigeria.
This is 27th of September 2021. This is a letter that Maji wrote that 3.1 billion be deducted from local governments to a contractor.
This same Maji
Yes.
is accusing Alabi.
I'm showing you a document.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to tell you that this same Maji that you said wrote this is accusing Alabi of bringing contractors that are unknown, so that these monies can get to their private.
First of all, it is not true. I've just shown you a document.
It
took
signed authored by him.
It took the ministry to confirm that who is this clown? Sorry, I'm sorry. Who is this person?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Who is this person? And they called us. And they said, no, we don't know this person. The president of Algon is Kolade Alabi. And they did their investigation. And they found out that this is the same man parading himself as IMC chairman. A group that has been said to have been disbanded by competent court. You are writing for money. In fact, the allegations that he collected money for this purpose. The allegations. So, in one hand, you are coming to shout, you did not know that we will find out all of this. $3.8 billion from local government funds to a contractor? That is evil. Kolade has not awarded, NEC will not even allow him because it will mean going back on his original award. Kolade is a lawyer of over 25 years. He's a professional. He's the first black person to rise to the heights in Arab contractors in this country. And he has a name to protect. Gentleman, decent, he knows his job and his honors. That is why he was elected for a second tenure. And the people know their president.
All right.
Our colleagues know who he is. And, sorry, you know, this is the old one. This
The
is
old constitution.
Yes, this is the amended constitution.
I want to have them.
Yes. No, why? Give them.
Thank you.
These
like
documents,
this.
I will give it to you. But I will remove, you can see there's some.
No, you don't need to remove anything.
No, I will.
No.
I will.
You don't need to.
I will.
That means if you remove anything.
No, I can keep it, but it's not the first document.
All right. Well, our time is far-fetched. Let's quickly hear from Mr. Donald, your parting word. We know that you will not say anything different from what he has said.
No, of course, I need you to appreciate some truths that you are getting tonight, backed up by facts and empirical evidence. These are documents that cannot be controverted. Also,
but this is not about me. It's about the people that are watching.
No, you are showcasing this to the Nigerian public.
You say you need Nigerians to appreciate.
Yeah, of course, Nigerians. So I want to point you to the fact that Kolade Alabi was elected by the General Assembly of Algon. The General Assembly, you need to understand how they are composed.
We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you, and remember blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.